I'm excited.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Rogers from Grinding Gear Games, and today we're here to showcase a new expansion for PoE 1. It's certainly been too long since we had one of these. Now, we had some struggles as a studio for a little while there, but we've got our shit together and we're back in action now.
Language.
Path of Exile Secrets of the Atlas is coming out 1 week from now on the 13th of June, and we're committing right now to a 4-month cycle for both PoE 1 and 2. That means the next PoE 2 League will be in August, and the next PoE 1 League after that will be in October. Twitch drops are enabled on today's live stream.
This could be such a busy schedule for double players.
Following the instructions below.
Alright.
This Skull of Undeath will track and show your total number of kills.
Hell yeah, helmet.
And your KDR. Just because Path of Exile isn't a first-person shooter doesn't mean this isn't important. Proudly or shamefully, link it to your friends or in global chat to show it off.
195. Okay, but what are you doing with the knife?
Let's get to why you're here. Secrets of the Atlas.
You can
I'm excited.
1,000 worlds and still never truly discover who you are. Trust me. I should know.
It's kind of quiet.
But now, I seek something more tangible. Someone I care for. Trapped within the Atlas.
Are those new levels?
Reliving
Why is Anna?
memories. Made real.
What have you done?
Made grotesque. Made foul.
Oh, that is such a cool design.
These manifestations must be destroyed. Their threads must be eradicated. I must have answers.
Is that WSD?
We must find the originator. We must save my sister.
Oh, Xana's brother. New in-game mechanics? Sure. Ooh, big.
Is an illusion made real.
New crafting mechanics. Oh, King's March is just fully completed. Oh, fuck. Runecrafts.
You're either a client or a target.
Target inside.
Just done.
Wait, Mercenary League? Mercenary League?
Your sanity is not promised to you here.
Ooh, Xana's voice actress is back. Yay!
Hi, I'm Mark Roberts, Game Director on Path of Exile.
I'm gonna turn up
Just off of
the
trailer, there's a lot to show.
volume a little bit. For...
Today, we will take you on a deep dive into the new Path of Exile Secrets of the Atlas in-game update.
For some reason, it's really quiet.
We'll explore the new challenge league, the Mercenaries of Trathus. After that, we'll cover the integration of gold into PoE 1 and how we're bringing Settlers of Kalgur into the core game. Finally, we have a much-awaited upgrade to Betrayal League and a set of quality of life improvements.
Ooh,
Then,
boss kill race
we'll wrap
event.
up by discussing our boss kill race event, showing you our new supporter packs, and ending with a live Q&A session where Ziggy D will ask Jonathan and I your questions from Twitch chat. In Path of Exile Secrets of the Atlas, strange rifts have begun to appear across the Atlas. Xana has returned and appears to be trapped within. Partway through the endgame, you will meet Egan, an intelligent man of
Egan.
mysterious heritage. These tears in reality he has discovered are actually threads of memory, distorted and made real by the Atlas. Egan is able to create a link to these memory threads and open portals to them.
Oh, it is
With
gonna be
Egan,
portals and
you must
portals?
step through and find Xana, or whatever remains of her. Okay, so that's the story background, but how does this expansion actually work? In the Secrets of the Atlas, the pursuit of Xana with Egon is a new storyline that is introduced in high-tier maps. Upon meeting Egan and discovering the tier, he will then transfer it to your map device and reveal this on your atlas.
Oh, the memories are
A
getting
thread
reworked.
of memories. In order to now access each map on the thread, you simply need to talk to Egan when you're ready, and he'll open the areas in sequence. These areas can be fully influenced by your Atlas tree,
Oh, that's
scarabs,
cool, finally.
fragments,
I hope the other
everything of the
memories
sort.
can.
As you work your way along the thread, you will discover that these maps have manifested dangerous threats, influenced by the memories of Zana herself.
Rose petal
Monsters
enemies.
here are imbued with memory petals. Defeat them to absorb
Okay.
this power, which can be unleashed as a special ability during combat. Different maps on the thread have different abilities, and these abilities
Ooh.
appear on an additional mini skill bar next to your regular skills. For example, Memory of Disbelief will cause all affected monsters to stop dropping equipment items, meaning they can
Ooh.
now only drop more valuable items, like currency and maps. Memory of Panic will make all affected monsters revive immediately after death, which means you can get twice as much experience and drops from them. And Memory of
Interesting.
Impatience will cause all surrounding enemies to give you their souls, temporarily
Soul Eater.
increasing your power. As you progress further into the thread of memories, the maps can have more than one memory, and thus you can have more than one powerful ability. As you gather memory petals, you can use these powers together. Each skill costs its own amount of memory petals. So using the examples above, you can first use Memory of Impatience to become way more powerful, then use Memory of Panic to prepare them to revive when they are slain, then use Memory of Disbelief to cause them to drop better, more valuable items.
Curious.
Finally,
Currency
obliterate
things
them
can
all.
be hard to
The
track.
Memory of Panic will kick in, causing them to revive, and then wipe them out again, allowing you to get all the experience and enhanced drops twice.
That's Titanic
There are
Scarab.
many combinations of these powers, so you'll have to
You
carefully
could definitely
consider how
juice
they
that to
best
hell
work
and back.
together. That's not the only extra layer of content juicing these maps offer. As you defeat the boss of each map along the thread, you are presented with an altar. This altar will apply a modifier to all following maps in the thread, and these will stack as you go. So the deeper you delve into a memory, the more mods you will have. This, combined with the special abilities, will allow for some of the most juice maps ever run in Path of Exile. Let's take a look at some of the altar mods. You are always presented with two choices and must pick one.
Oh, this is gonna be
This
spicy.
mod, for example, will cause some rare monsters to be possessed by tormented spirits. Where this mod
Oh, yeah.
makes Kirak modifiers free to craft. Both of these apply to all subsequent maps in the thread.
Yeah, they said it applies to the
final map in
tree.
each thread is a true challenge, with all the altar mods applying to it and guarded by a powerful boss.
I'm
Each
excited
of
for
these
this.
bosses are familiar, but dreamlike. Drawn from Zana's memories,
Oh,
and
God.
warped by the Atlas into something very different and terrifying.
Oh no. Yeah, they're gonna
In
be
this map,
modifiable with
you will
that.
fight the pinnacle boss, Cirrus. Fueled by Zana's affectionate memories of him, his enhanced abilities can prove to be a unique challenge.
Oh, interesting.
If you manage to defeat
Uber
Cirrus,
Cyrus.
or one of the other
Uber
warped memory
Cyrus.
bosses, they will drop a map fragment, which Egan can use to delve deeper into the memory tears. With these, you can access a set of 3 new pinnacle bosses.
Ooh, 3 new pinnacles.
In this arena, the Moment of Reverence, Zana is reliving a memory of her father, Valdo, giving a passionate speech in Oriath. The Atlas distorts this memory of her father as a powerful, influential man and manifests those emotions into a twisted nightmare, the incarnation of dread.
Oh, that. Oh,
Another memory created is the incarnation of neglect and the incarnation of fear.
I feel like I need to make a
Like
boss skill
Exiles.
build this next league.
Of course, if you are brave and strong enough to defeat them, each of these new pinnacle bosses have new unique items befitting them.
Of course.
If you slay the incarnation of fear, you might be lucky enough to find the
Starfall.
Starcaller unique abyssal axe. We're gonna show this one because it's
Damn it.
straight up badass.
Oh, melee
The
crits.
Starcaller axe is a weapon that can harness the power of the stars themselves to deal immense damage. What makes it shine, however, is that on melee crit, it casts Starfall, a new skill. With the right
Okay.
build, you can carpet entire areas and wipe out screens of enemies as you rain down the elements upon them.
So it's damaging
Another
it.
item you may find,
Okay, why the
and this one
profit?
is my favorite, is the Wine of the Prophet unique flask. It consumes a
This
lot
one's
of
cool.
charges, but every time you use it, you draw a random divination card. This card appears above you and correlates to a powerful buff. If
Oh,
you
interesting.
draw the Escape card, you'll gain increased movement speed. Or maybe you'll draw the Doctor, which will cause you to gain the modifiers of slain rares you kill.
What the fuck?
Effectively, you can think of this unique as being many other uniques all in one. There are
So that's just like
many
a super
cards to
gamble.
draw,
That actually
each
sounds
with
really
varying
fun.
degrees of power to grant.
I like that one.
Okay, but let's get back to the Atlas. After defeating all 3 new Pinnacle bosses, you'll be able to find new memory-influenced Tier 16 maps. These maps come with the previously mentioned special abilities and monsters infused with memory petals, but can also roll the same modifiers typically found on Tier 17 maps. making
Tears.
them far
Oh
more
no.
With all these new memory maps comes a new item mechanic. Items in these maps can drop with memory strands, and will have a random amount, up to 100.
Uh-oh.
This does a few things. When you identify the item, it will increase the tiers of modifiers your item has.
Oh,
Generally
okay.
speaking, the more memory strands, the better the item will be.
So just
On
identify
top
it
of
as a
this,
good item.
Whenever
But
you're crafting that item using currency orbs to replace or add modifiers, such as alterations, chaos, and so forth, it will consume some memory strands to make the crafted mods more powerful. The new
interesting.
pinnacle bosses also
That actually
drop
sounds
new
pretty cool.
crafting currencies, which can be used to manipulate the amount of memory strands on an item. The Orb of Remembrance will let you add memory strands to any normal equipment. So if you have your perfect base to craft on, and it doesn't already have memory strands, you can add some before crafting it.
This would be really cool crafting.
The Orb of Unraveling will consume all remaining memory strands on an item to randomly upgrade its mod tiers. This orb's effectiveness is based on the number of memory strands it consumes.
Interesting.
The Orb of Intention can be used on memory influence maps to reduce item drops, but improve the chance to find items with memory strands.
Interesting.
In the process of adding these new currency items, we realized something was missing. The Shaper and the Elder did not have their own Exalted Orbs. This has now been rectified. Both bosses now have Exalted Orbs, which can add their influence to an item. Zana was there from the beginning,
So fun
when
watching.
the Shaper Pinnacle fight was first added. She helped defeat the Elder, and she was
So-
a critical part of the Conqueror's storyline. Now, with all 6 influence types having their own Exalted Orbs, the cycle is complete.
It's so funny.
Almost as if we could now do some sort of new, epic, unique item to interact with them.
Uh-oh.
In other news, there of course has to be Atlas passive tree support for this new endgame content. Let's
Yep.
take a look at a few things around.
Okay, so no cluster jewels in the passive tree.
Grasp the
My
Past
bingo card is
notable passive
ruined.
skill increases the chance for the amount of memory strands on items dropped in your memory influence maps to be lucky. This means it will roll the number of memory strands
That's actually really good.
keeping the highest value. By allocating traumatic experience,
This could be like good
members'
starter
kindness,
gear.
or educated upbringing, you'll decrease the chance of finding memory threads that lead to specific bosses, meaning you'll have better chances at finding the memory
Okay,
threads you'd
targeting
like to run.
certain bosses.
This is especially useful if you want to target farm a specific boss because of its unique item drops. In sum, the secrets of the Atlas will have you questioning what is real as you attempt to free Zana from warped memories scattered throughout the Atlas. You'll fight new Guardian and Pinnacle bosses tormenting her, find crazy new Pinnacle uniques, combine and unleash memory petal empowered skills, juice maps to new heights, and craft powerful new items. While we were showing all the juicy rewards from the new endgame system, you might have noticed that a lot of gold was dropping. Let's
Indeed.
talk about that. Gold was introduced during the Settlers of Kalgur expansion.
The one that
It
lasted
funded
10
the
years.
development and operations of King's March, along with various new features such as the currency exchange, the black market, and the passive respec system with Faustus.
Oof, that skill tree.
Those features offered by Faustus will be here to stay,
It's
along with
better
some
now.
of the other services King's March has to offer. We'll get more into that later, but don't worry, King's March has already been completed. There will be no more town building.
Okay, that's
Like
good.
before, gold will be used for town services, but we're also adding a new way to use it in the upcoming league. It's time to talk about Mercenaries of Trathus. In this league, you will meet veterans who have travelled all the way from the lawless cities of Trathus.
Ooh,
They're ready to offer their
lore.
sinister services, but not for free. You will encounter these mercenaries as you journey through Rayclast, one in each area. They have their own personalities and come with different builds, skills, and items already equipped. After meeting them, as per the Trathan code, they will challenge you to a duel, a test of strength and conviction. Before beginning the duel, you will be offered an overview of the mercenary you've encountered. Here, you can see the gear they have equipped, the skills they employ, and any support effects augmenting those skills. You must now make a choice. You can hire their services, take one of their items, or exile them. If you choose to hire them, for a gold cost, they will accompany you as a skilled combatant to assist you in fighting monsters throughout Rayclast.
It's Diablo 2!
Once you've decided, you can begin the duel. This is a great opportunity to test them, as you don't want to be out of pocket.
I wonder if it's doing PvP rules.
However, they're testing you too. They also don't want to be working for an amateur. So, what items might they be using? Generally speaking, mercenary gear is more powerful than what you'd normally find from defeating monsters, as they've been crafting their items too. They can
Okay.
also come equipped with unique items, those that would make sense for the skills they are using. There are even some new unique items that can only be obtained from defeating them.
Ooh, fun.
One such unique is Scornflux. These boots combine agility with the mastery of the arcane. While equipped, increases to cast speed from Arcane Surge also apply to movement speed, which is worth noting is now 20% inherently from Arcane Surge, up from 10. They also grant Arcane Surge when you use a movement skill.
That
This
actually could
allows
be
for
really
some
good.
Speedy spellcasters. Sometimes you may meet particularly infamous Trathan mercenaries, bearing the name of their house. These mercenaries descend from the 4 major death trade families in Trathus. They are less common, but have far better items. And they are also the sole source of items with new infamous modifiers.
Infamous
unseen before in
modifiers.
Rayclast, such as these gloves, which convert all of your minions' fire damage to chaos damage.
Ooh, spicy.
Or this helmet,
Raging Spirits.
which causes nearby enemies to take more physical damage as you gain more fortification.
Oh, that's actually going to be interesting.
If you're not swayed by any
That's
of
just a
their equipped
modifier.
gear, however, you can always challenge them for the contents of their pockets. If you lose the duel, don't worry. You don't need to give them an item. You aren't bound to Trathan tradition like they are. However, you are bound to Rayclast tradition, so you'll just die.
Lol.
At me. Well, not really.
Oh
While
no.
playing in a party, each player can decide whether or not they want to participate in combat against the mercenary. For each player that opts in, the mercenary gets more difficult. But if they're defeated,
Difficult's
each
a
player
scary
has
word.
a 50% chance to get a random reward, which is usually currency items from the mercenary's pouch.
Okay.
Alternatively, party members that opt out of the fight can spectate
Oh,
and cheer you on.
Yoink.
Or they might wish for your demise, so they can pick up that allocated divine waiting off screen.
Dead. Good.
Yoink.
Let's say you won the
Good
duel,
username.
like their items, and have decided to hire them. What combat skills do they bring to the table? Each mercenary has an archetype. Here, this mercenary is an Eruptor, which perfectly couples
Yeah, there's
with
a
my
dancing mode in
slower
PoE.
or aura-focused Scion. This mercenary is highly aggressive, and will get a lot of benefit from the auras and buffs I provided.
Yeah. You can buy it in the
When I'm
store.
playing a more aggressive character myself though, I'll want a mercenary with a bit more resilience and utility. I've just run into a Striker, who can spawn with Vigilant Strike. And if you're lucky, a very rare golden support that causes the Fortify granted by his Vigilant Strike to apply to me as well.
Ooh.
He will also frequently use Enduring Cry, taunting enemies off of me, and operating as a tanky frontline while I blitz off damage from the back.
I mean, this could be fun.
Sometimes when you fight a mercenary, you may notice the skills they're using are different from normal. For example, this sniper is using a Trathan version of Siege Ballista. If you're lucky, you will be able to select that as your reward when challenging them. Then defeat them, and they'll drop the Trathan gem as promised.
Ooh, it's like new
You
transfigured.
can only have one mercenary accompanying you at a time, but up to 3 total in your service. The other 2 will wait patiently in town. Having varied
That's
options
nice.
is useful, as there may be situations where you need specific backup, like a difficult boss fight.
Yeah.
Any of your mercenaries you have active, or in your reserves, can have their equipment replaced with items of your choosing. They don't level up, so you will want to be looking out for more skilled and more powerful mercenaries as you advance through the campaign and endgame.
Oh, good. The items can be taken out. You
If
see
your
the lock
mercenary
on some of
falls in
them, but
combat, you will need to return to town and spend some gold on healing supplies to get them back on their feet. Then perhaps consider giving them some upgrades, if you think it's deserved. I just wanted to clarify, mercenaries do not lose their equipment when defeated.
yeah, so you can
If
just
your
take it
merc
back.
buddy consistently fails you, you can just dismiss them and find a new, more resilient ally.
Yeah, take your items back, and yeah, that's good. That's good.
You walk your path, I'll walk mine.
Earlier, I mentioned you could exile mercenaries. If you keep running into a mercenary archetype and you think, man, this guy stinks, their gear is trash and they have no auras, you can then choose to exile them. If you win the duel, they'll be forced to leave with their tail between their legs, and you won't encounter that archetype again for a while.
Okay.
Now, alongside these new Trathan arrivals, we shouldn't forget about the recent Kalguran ones too. As we mentioned earlier, the Settlers update introduced gold-based respeccing of passive points. You can now do so by talking to a number of NPCs throughout Rayclast, starting with Bestil and Lionized Watch. Black market item gambling, previously just available in Kingsmarch,
Oh, good.
is now available in each town at the same NPC.
Okay.
This
Okay.
lets you
So
buy
the
randomly generated item bases for gold. Very useful if you're stuck for upgrades or searching for a specific unique. The currency exchange will be returning too. Starting from Lionized Watch in Act 6, you'll be able to find Faustus, who can help facilitate
yeah,
these
so the
trades.
same as PoE 2 and cruel difficulty.
Now, after almost a year of building, Johan is finally satisfied with the upgrades made to the town, and now its services can be used to their full effect. Kingsmarch is going core, but there will be no more town building. As you start running maps in the endgame, you'll start to find different ore veins, which Kalguran workers can mine for you. The shipping mechanic invites you to send these ores and crops to Karui and Kalguran ports, and they'll return rewards in kind. By sending shipments, you'll receive different items, but by sending
Yeah.
to Karui ports, you will also receive tattoos.
Good,
which can be
tattoos are
used on your
core
passive
essentially
tree to
now.
change what stats they grant. The Kalguran ports will be sending back rune grafts, which is a new passive tree mechanic that replaces the runesmithing service previously offered by the town.
Okay.
These are similar to tattoos, but instead of replacing stat nodes, they replace a passive tree mastery node.
That's gonna be really disgusting.
For example, Runegraft of the Bound reduces bonuses gained from boots, but increases bonuses gained from gloves.
Bonuses?
Runegraft of
Okay.
the River has a chance to recover your life to full if you reach low life.
That's actually pretty crazy.
And the Runegraft of Time, which has a chance for your cooldown skills to instantly recover from their cooldown.
Also pretty
Which I
wild.
will note includes cooldowns on your triggers, just in case you wanted to trigger even more spells.
I do want to trigger
Many
more
other
spells.
Runegrafts, which cover a wide range of different builds and stats.
Unlinked socket.
Some are more common,
Two-hand- That's actually
others
wild.
rarer. You can only use one of a given type at a time.
Global defenses
and you can
reduce
use them on
attributes,
any
that's
mastery on your
wild.
passive tree, which can be particularly useful for off-class investment. Isla has continued to make modifications to the Recombinator. She has developed a new method of recombination that you may recognize from Path of Exile 2. For those unfamiliar, this
Okay,
method
so this
allows you to
PoE2's
decide
recombination.
which modifiers on the 2 input items you want to try merge together, and it has a success chance you can see. This method can result in the items being destroyed. However, it is a good option
That's
to use
actually
when
not
trying
bad.
to create items with fewer mods to use as crafting projects.
You know what? I'll take it. That's still good. That's still good, says
Given
Homer
the
Simpson.
existing recombinating mechanic was very powerful for top-end crafting, we didn't want to remove it. We have kept it, and you can now choose to use it the old way or the new way. By
Oh.
letting fate decide, it will combine the two items randomly. There is no risk of destroying either item, but it will be less predictable.
Okay. That's actually really
As
wild.
Settlers is now a core mechanic, we've also
Oh,
added
Tricks is gonna be
Atlas
changed,
passive
we
tree
know it.
support. For example, if you wanted to gather more Verisium ore, you could take this notable. Each ore has a similar node.
Okay.
Refiner's Bargain converts items dropped by possessed monsters into thaumaturgic dust, sulfite into random ores, and life force into random crops.
No, that's really cool.
We've also added a set of Kalguran Scarabs, so you can add more ore deposits, increase the rarity of monsters that guard ore deposits to at least magic, or gather smelted bars from ore you mark instead of ores. To sum it all up, Kingsmarch is now a thriving town where you can employ a swath of workers to collect resources, refine ores, craft items, and run maps for you. Send shipments of resources in exchange for tattoos and rune grafts, using those to modify your passive tree to an extent never seen before.
Okay, that'll be really cool.
Following on from that, we've also
Oh, yeah,
made
the
a
Betrayal
substantial rework to another important mechanic: Betrayal. As a refresher, and to explain to new players, let's briefly explain what Betrayal is. Betrayal is a mechanic introduced in Act 9 and tells the story of Jun Ortoy and her investigation of the Immortal Syndicate. This is a mysterious group of exiles who can seemingly come back from death. You must help Jun to uncover their leader, the Syndicate Mastermind. The Immortal Syndicate is organized into 4 divisions: transportation, fortification, research, and intervention. As you encounter the Immortal Syndicate members, you'll gain intelligence for each of these divisions to discover the location of their leaders, tracking them to their safe houses. Defeating the division leaders at their safe houses will reward you with intelligence on the Syndicate Mastermind. In your journey to track down the Syndicate leader, you'll manipulate the members of the Immortal Syndicate to change divisions, form friendships and rivalries, and even banish them from the Syndicate for a time.
And ask them, who is Pepe Silva?
Historically,
Sorry, had to
after
throw that in.
encountering and defeating the Syndicate Mastermind, the state of the Immortal Syndicate would reset, requiring you to start from the beginning of the investigation.
Ooh, is it not going to reset the board?
This has always been a difficult decision for players and can often feel bad. Do you fight the Mastermind for a chance at the special loot, or keep farming the safe houses that you've spent so long setting up? Well, in the Secrets of the Atlas expansion, we've split out the Mastermind to be completely separate from the core mechanic.
Ooh.
The boss is now accessible through a new fragment that has a chance to drop from the safe house leaders at high levels. The
Oh.
Mastermind no longer resets the state of the Immortal Syndicate. You can now build your Betrayal board to your liking, optimize it, do Mastermind fights, and reap the rewards without having to lose all your progress every time.
I'm happy with this.
The boss fight itself has also been improved, now with significantly fewer immunity phases and new rewards.
Okay.
By the way, if you're a new player to Path of Exile 1, don't worry about all this detail. This content is optional, and you can discover and engage with it at your own pace. The Mastermind still has a chance to drop a Veiled Orb, now renamed to Veiled Exalted Orb.
Okay.
Veiled Chaos Orbs are being re-added to other safe house leaders.
Good,
In
good, good,
addition,
good.
the Mastermind now drops
We knew
the
that.
new All Flame Embers. All
Ooh.
Flame Embers are map fragments that replace monster packs and in-game maps with different types of special monsters.
Oh, the All Flame from
These
Necropolis
packs
is
have
back.
unusual properties, compositions, or rewards.
The Tumbling
For
Div
example,
card.
you might use the All Flame Ember of Kulamak, which replaces packs with Syndicate monsters and their leaders, who revive after the map boss has been slain.
I'm actually really happy about
This might
this.
at first sound annoying due to backtracking, but these monsters when revived are far more intense and rewarding. It is our intention with All Flames to provide many different types that combine with other mechanics, multiplying with your existing modifiers in new...
Oh, this is going to be
interesting
such a
ways.
juicy league.
Another good example of this is the All Flame Ember of Propagation. When slain, special rare monsters added by this All Flame here will spread their modifiers to other rare monsters.
Oh
This can be
no.
useful when trying to create singular, very powerful, and very rewarding monsters.
Oh
Something akin to
no.
meat sacks, which are making a reinvented comeback with this update too.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Another is the Orflame Ember of Resplendence, which adds monsters that drop no items. But when you slay them, you get buff stacks of increased quantity and rarity to enhance the drops of all other monsters.
Ooh, spicy.
Orflame Embers can be placed in your map device like scarabs, and used in conjunction with scarabs to further customize your maps.
There's gonna be some
We're
broken
looking
ass
forward to
strats
seeing
here.
which combinations players find to enhance their maps. Perhaps you'll use all scarabs, all Orflames, or maybe mix and match. It's up to you. The Mastermind's unique items have also been improved. The veiled modifiers generated on these items are now from a custom pool exclusive to those uniques.
Okay.
Bitter Bind Point, for example, can now have various Spectre-specific outcomes,
Ooh.
such as +1 additional Spectre. Aside from improved rewards from the Mastermind, all the Safe House rewards have also been rebalanced.
Oh,
We've
nice.
done a pass on the crafting sprees at the end of many safe houses. For those who aren't aware how these crafting sprees work, well, it's simple. There's a crafting bench with an item in it, and a bunch of currency. There's a limited amount of time, and your only objective is to craft the best item
I never
possible
liked
before the time
these,
ends.
but I'm happy
One
for
of the
people that
problems
do.
the crafting sprees have is that they often require you to have specific items on hand in order to best maximize
That's a pretty
your
long
result.
timer, though. You could
But
have
how
some
are you
fun with
supposed
this.
to know that beforehand? In order to solve this, most of the crafting sprees now offer pre-generated items. This has also allowed us to add much more powerful crafting options in each spree.
Okay, that's
Let's
actually
take a
pretty
look at
fun.
a few examples. In this spree, a randomly generated amulet or ring will be waiting for you. Test your crafting skill or luck with this Reflecting Mist crafting spree, and see if you
Ooh.
can create something worthy of Kalandra's praise.
That's actually really fun. That's gonna be super fun. Oh,
And in this
Sorry.
spree, you will find a pre-generated unique item, and a new kind of orb that resembles a Val orb, but not quite the same. Normally, you can only corrupt an item once, but uniques in this spree can be corrupted and re-corrupted as many times as there are orbs. This
oh,
orb also allows you to get 2 corrupted implicits, and has a much lower chance to brick the item. It can be a very useful tool for seeking specific corrupted implicit outcomes. Of course, if you push your luck, you can still ruin the item.
hell yeah.
There are also crafting sprees where you still need to provide an item, but those items are generally more accessible and it occurs less frequently.
Hey, Gravicity's Craft is still
This
there.
one allows you to bring your own normal rarity item. Then just go ballistic with a whole ton of scouring orbs and orbs of chance, hoping to get
Okay.
your ideal unique.
Okay. Hello,
Both
RSI.
sprees, the rank of the syndicate member increases the amount of currency provided, the quality of the pre-generated items, and the time
There's
allowed
gonna
to
be
craft
some
an
macro
item.
bots for this, but whatever.
Aside from the crafting sprees, there are other new options too. If you love gambling for currency, how about you try opening Varici's Emperor's Luck chests? These work
Ooh,
just like the Emperor's Luck divination card and provide full stacks of currency.
full stack
If
of
you're lucky
mirrors.
enough, unlike me, you could end up with a whole lot of divines. Betrayal is a good source of veiled items. Veiled items have some important quality of life improvements in this expansion too. All of the crafting bench options normally granted by unveiling items are instead now moved to the core game,
Yep, yep.
so you don't need to run Betrayal to unlock them. They are instead found at the entrances to boss rooms and in-game maps. On top of that, you no longer need to speak to Jun to unveil items.
Yay,
right-click them, or
antisocial.
the equivalent on gamepad, and select which veiled modifier you want to unveil. Overall, Betrayal is now much more streamlined and more rewarding. Happy interrogations.
I hope the hybrid chaos enchants aren't too high tier, because that's one of the more vital early things. I really hope they keep that
Now,
low.
before we get into our
Or
quality
fair
of life
does.
additions, let's quickly talk about some character balance.
Otherwise, it's Amethyst
We
rings
will
all the
be
way
doing our
down.
regular character balance changes, where we are bringing outliers in line to help evolve the meta, but we are also focusing our attention on buffing some specific things. This includes spellcasting supports that specifically
Hell
enhance
yeah,
spellcasting
spellcaster buff.
builds, channeled spells, adding new options to the Guardian, Berserker, Elementalist, Saboteur, and Champion Ascendancy classes.
Ooh, Saboteur.
Which include some favorites from some of the alternate classes from Legacy of Frisia.
Okay.
Buffing a whole bunch of transfigured gems that
Okay,
never really
Saboteur got Nimbus. We're back.
Combined with the new endgame crafting, improved betrayal crafting options, rune graphs for your passive tree, new pinnacle unique items, new modifiers and Trathan gems from the
I'm
mercenaries,
happy now.
and of course the mercenaries themselves to act as an extension to your character, it's safe to say there's a lot of new character options and builds to think about. Instead of delving into all of these in more detail, we figured we'd just let you absorb them through the patch notes so you can do it at your own pace.
About that.
In the Secrets of the Atlas expansion, we've also added a lot of the quality of life features that we know you've all been asking for. A lot of these have already been posted, but let's take a look now in case you missed any. You can now pause the game at any time by pressing escape to open the menu.
Hell
Or
yeah.
by opening any full screen interface, like the passive tree. You'll also be paused if any lag is detected or if you disconnect. It's worth noting that in certain Pinnacle arenas, a debuff will be applied to you that prevents you from pausing.
Yep. No
We're
pause
also
for
making
you.
a change to how you use currency items on strongboxes and monsters imprisoned in essences. Based
Some
on
of
the
this is a little
currency in your
redundant, but that's
inventory
okay.
and the state of the strongbox, these buttons will appear. Valuable currency like divine orbs have been excluded from this as it would often be wasteful to use in this context. The same applies to essences with the remnant of corruption currency. Orbs of Horizon have been updated. They can now re-roll your Elder and Conqueror Guardian maps.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
Doing
That's
so will
what's super
re-roll the base
good.
map and the Guardian of that map. The map device now has a small additional inventory. This is particularly useful if you're rolling many maps to run in sequence, or if you want to use varying
Map
amounts of
spam.
spirits or other map fragments. During breach encounters, all the splinters will be automatically collected and dropped at the end of the breach. On
Splinters.
gamepads, we have separated the targeting of monsters and non-monsters, so you are able to target them independently.
How does that?
This
What button?
removes a bunch of frustration when you are trying to interact with objects
Yeah,
in the
that's a
world
PoE2
and
thing, and
monsters in
it's
them.
really nice.
You no longer have to kill all of them first. Vendor windows will now remember your last search. This is remembered until you log out, and is remembered on a per NPC basis.
I do like that
The
a
amount
lot.
of characters you can type in the search field has also been increased. When using currency items, after right-clicking them, it will highlight all other items which that currency can be used on.
That's gonna be really good for new players,
There are many other quality of life improvements.
and actually good for
so keep an eye on the
dead
patch
players
notes
too,
after
for like
this live
certain
stream concludes.
things.
Alongside the launch of Secrets of the Atlas, we are hosting a competitive event where players will race to be the first to kill the new Pinnacle bosses. The event will take place in the hardcore, solo self-found Mercenaries of Trathis League. We have some interesting prizes in store for the winners. Keep an eye on the news in the lead up to launch for more details about how the event will work and what its prizes are.
I'm excited.
Next up, we're going to be talking about our new League supporter packs. Today, we're launching two new series of supporter packs, the Frisian Magistrate and Crypt Keeper packs. Each tier contains the
All right,
pack's full
let's
face
see
value
what
in
I'm shelling out
points,
money for.
alongside several exclusive microtransactions. As always, the microtransactions in these packs are purely cosmetic and do not affect your character's power or progression in any way. The Frisian Magistrate series of supporter packs contains 6 exclusive microtransactions.
Mm-hmm.
The Frisian Magistrate character effect will bind your character in thorny vines and roses. You can select which parts of the character you want to have covered. Either your entire body, your lower body, or your upper body.
Mm-hmm.
As you approach waypoints, it will emit leaves and golden petals towards it.
Well, that's
Activating
fun.
the waypoint, it will create a burst around you.
I
Envelop
like
your
it.
weapon in thorny vines and golden flora with the Frisian Magistrate weapon effect. Your weapon will also create a trail to match as you swing, and even comes with its own hit effect when slaying enemies.
Okay.
You are the law while wearing the armor of the powerful Frisian Grand Magistrate. The Spider Blossom Pet activates its defense mechanism, disguising it as an elegant flower when near
Aw.
rare or unique enemies. The Frisian Imperial Magistrate back attachment comes in 2 forms. Equip either the Tombstone variant, which will leave tombstones in your honor when you meet your demise, or equip the Cape variant to cause the corpses of slain enemies to become enveloped in rose-thorn vines and blossom with golden flowers.
Oh, that's fun.
Keep track of how well, or poorly, your ultimatums with the Trial Master have
I hate these
with the
quality of
Trials
life
Chaos
things.
hideout decoration. It will keep track of the total number of waves completed, the total number of ultimatums succeeded, or even failed. On top
Eh.
of that, it will track the total number of
I
times
hate when
you
trackers are
defeated the Trailmaster
MTXs.
himself. The Crypt Keeper Pack series also contains 6 exclusive microtransactions.
Alright, let's see what the Crypt Keeper is.
With the Crypt Keeper finisher effect, death itself will tear through into the realm of the living and steal the soul of slain unique enemies.
Oh, that is over the top as hell.
The Crypt Keeper portal effect creates a gateway for lost souls to pass through.
Oh my god, that is so over animated. I love it. Oh, that is
Become
good.
the true master of the undead by wearing the hallowed Crypt Keeper armor set. It comes with a more armored helmet variant and a creepy mask with a spectral hood. Looking to have some fun during idle time in your hideout? The Burrowing Bramble Bash hideout decoration will test your reaction speed. As many Devourer heads as possible. It also comes with a scoreboard, so you can try to set new records to show off to your friends, or the visitors coming to trade. Equip yourself with the Ghostly Dead
That's so
as you ride
good.
the line between the living and the dead with the Sacred Crypt Keeper back attachment. The Sacred Archives map device resembles a magical library with the works of scholars that come to life.
I love
in
that
your
one
community.
too.
This map device tracks how many of each core league you've completed in in-game maps.
That's so annoying. Stop having
These packs
trackers.
are now available for purchase on both PC and console, and will remain so during Path of Exile, Mercenaries of Trathus. Additionally, any microtransactions from these supporter packs will be made available for use in Path of Exile 2.
That rare
Meanwhile,
spiders actually heal
Paladin
well
and
in Path of
Pirates
Exile
packs
2,
will leave the
ironically
store
enough.
forever at the launch of the Mercenaries of Trathus League, so now's your last chance to purchase them. Additionally, the Dawn of the Hunt mystery box will be made available for Path of Exile 1. If you have already
Yay.
unlocked any microtransactions from this box in Path of Exile 2, you will of course
Sorry, not a
immediately
loot
have
box
access to
fan.
them in Path of Exile 1. Thank you so much for your ongoing support. We're just about to start the Q&A with Ziggy D. Afterwards, we'll post the full patch notes for Path of Exile, Secrets of the Atlas. With release at the end of next week, our community team will be posting crucial information
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm not disconnecting, am I? Is that them?
you'll need for the release.
Okay, good. There
Keep
we
an
go.
eye on the news. Thanks for joining us today and checking out our latest developments. We're looking forward to
No, New Zealand, you can survive. I believe in you.
dueling.
Musico Storto. Alright. Let's see. Content update, secrets, Val skill changes. Uh-oh. Oh wait, no. That's just general. Alright, let's see what we got. Secrets of the Atlas. Yep, we already saw this. Track down source. Meet Egon. That's the Egon? Egon? I think it's Egon. Mysterious Heritage. His quest. Testing distortions. Threads of consciousness. Here's near tears. Create a link. Open portals. Find Xana what remains of her. Uh-oh. Typical maps influenced by memories of Xana herself. Okay, so portals within portals. Sure enough. Imbued with memory petals. Yeah, but the memory petal thing I'm going to be interested to learn about. The boss feature map. A long thread, presumed with alter that applies modified remaining maps to the thread. Yep. So it amplifies each thread afterwards. The final map in the thread is the true challenge. Guarded by a powerful boss. Boss familiar but dreamlike. Worked by Atlas. Different terrifying. Yeah, we saw all of that. Alright, we'll click the secrets after the patch note read. Mercenaries Charthus. Challenge League. I wonder if it's going to be called Mercenaries or Charthus for the abbreviation. Probably Charthus. Mercenaries, I would wager. Mercenaries. Challenge League, yep, the same line as before. Veterans. Sinister Services, nice alliteration there, but not for free. Found each area. Individual builds. As per Charthus Edition, challenge you to duel test your strength. Inspect them, make a choice, and duel them. Sometimes may be particularly infamous Charthus mercenaries by the name of their house. These mercenaries descend from 4 major death trade families and are the sole source of items with their new infamous modifiers. Infamous modifiers, yeah, that's the thing they had. This is going to be a lot. Alright. Only one mercenary can come at a time. You can have up to 3 at your service for situations. Replace items, so yeah, animate guardians essentially, or well, mercenaries. Ones you're choosing, mercenaries don't level up like exiles do, so you got to keep more and more. There are standard hardcore, yep, the variations, yep, we know that. New mercenaries challenges include 40, yep, the 40 challenges. And it looks like 12, 20, 28, and 36 for the Watcher's Wrath armor set. We haven't seen that yet. And then Ruthless, of course. And the Totem, standard 19 in every third after until you get 40. Alright, new content features. Focus Channeling. Supports channeling skills you cast yourself, significantly empower the damage support skills the longer they are cast. While also increasing the cost the longer they are cast. Cannot modify the skills of minions. What about totems? What about totems? Well, you cast yourself, so it wouldn't work on totems or traps or mines. Okay, fair enough. You know what? That might help. Shaper Exalted Orb, we saw this in previews. Elder Exalted Orb, yep, it's basically the Conqueror Exalted Orbs, but for Shaper and Elder. Orb of Remembrance, which randomizes the number of memory strands on normal equipment item. Orb of Unraveling consumes all memory strands item to attempt to upgrade. Yeah, and I can see why you do it on a normal item, because that way you still have to do the memory strands to upgrade them. Orb of Unraveling consumes all memory strands to upgrade the tier of explicit modifiers. Based on the number of, so the less strands you consume, the better. Orb of Intention, which modifies a memory influence map, causing items found more memory strands, fewer items drop. Yep, saw that. In the pre-trailer, added over 20 new uniques, some of which can only be attained by dueling mercenaries. Interesting. 5 new div cards, cool. Pause! You can pause the game. Except for Ubers, Pinnacles. Rogue Harbor, you can just click there. Or just slash heist. Oh, that's cool. Maximum number of players in a single instance in the Rogue Harbor has been halved. Yay, performance! The message now put to chat whenever the name of Seer reflecting this spawns randomly in the map. Oh, that's cool. They didn't mention that. Guild offers may now cancel unaccepted invitations to their guild. Oh, that's good. Continue to incrementally improve the sound art in classic line text environments. Let's see if we can find any silly lines of text. That'd be pretty good. Also, I'm going to open up a notepad just to... notepad. Just to write down what I think might be cool or not. Unfortunately, Notepad's a flashbang, so I'm not going to list it or show it on stream or anything. But on the right side of the stream, okay. Alright, so... in-game changes, no longer gain experience in Maven. Exarch, Eater, Elder, Nameless King, Cyrus, the 2 gateway bosses before the Eater and Exarch, Blackstar and Mukbang YouTuber. Oshabi, Wi-Fi Progress, Shaper, and oh, Maven's Crucible too. That's actually really good. So you can do like the Feared with that. Atlas memories have been removed, deleted. Uh-oh, so sell your harvest so time to do some memories before the logout. Introduce some red tier. Okay, so I'm gonna mark that. Atlas memories removed. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Introduce some red tier Keurig missions that might recognize from previous Atlas memories. So harvest memories on Keurig missions. This could be some Discord trade stuff there, like, oh, I found a Keurig mission with harvest, come get it. Fair enough. Breach splinters, we all saw this, automatically collected. You can see notification, yeah, so the same as PoE 2. Finally found scarabs, now drop a higher stack size. Ooh, that's fun. But are found less often, similar to how common basic currency. Oh, that's cool. Common scarabs are stacked. Excuse me. Using Orb of Horizon on Elder. Yeah, we saw this. Change it to a different one. Change to the Guardian maps that aren't Elder and Conqueror, different influences. Completing a Non-unique tier map lower than normally found. No longer grants. No! No! My cheese strats with Kirak! No! Alright, so... completing map tier lower than normal no longer gives bonus cry face. Alright. So that's new. Further improved level generation of blighted maps so they fail to open less often. Again. Okay. I forgot that was a thing. I never do blight maps. Falling maps been added to the Atlas. Acid Caverns. I haven't seen that one in a while. I forget what that layout even is. Oh no, that's the one with the warband. Arid Lake. That's the Bone Roa one. Arsenal. Yeah, bad layout. Bazaar. Canyon. Which one's that? Is that the one with the goat boss? No, that's the one with Steel Chaw and Eye Pecker. Conservatory. Okay, map. Core. Terrible map. Frozen Cabins is back. Ghetto is back. Oh, Ghetto actually. Oh, that's not a terrible map. Grave Trial is, though. Iceberg's back. Oh, time for hideout hunts. Ivory Temple. Haven't seen that in a while. Laboratory, Mineral Pools, Park, Peninsula, Phantasmagoria. I'm not going to read all these. Well, oh, Primordial Box. More hideout hunting time. Is Sunken City back? Yes, it is. Hideout Hunting League. Alright, Academy, Barrel Chambers, is Dig gone? No, it isn't. Hideout hunting time. Caldera, Carcass, Cells, Crater, Courthouse. Is Moon Temple gone? No. Coves. Oh, Cove's gone? Damn. Any one's highlight. Haunted Mansion's gone. Sad. Best Valley Layer, look out. Map tiers and locations been shuffled. Most maps now. Some map bosses required to defeat. Upgrade Pantheon to change. Have the div cards change. Crafting recipes been shuffled. Yep. Alright, could be interesting. Atlas passive tree changes. Atlas that provide just a chance for master X can be turned off through the Atlas passives now cause scarabs in your map to have additional increased chance to be scarabs type with extra content. Wait, what? Now it causes scarabs of the map to have any. Wait, no. Atlas passives provide additional chance for your map to contain mass that can be turned off through Atlas passives. Oh, okay. Oh, yes, like any of the map. Okay, so that's actually a huge buff. That's what they were talking about, where any of like the chance to contain like a master or something, or chance to contain legion, also gives scarabs too. That's actually pretty good. I'm gonna write that down. Chance to have map content also grants scarab on Atlas tree. Smiley face. Straight and narrow, notable Atlas passive, new minor strike, which prevents ore deposits, Calgary, and scarabs from appearing on your map. Okay. Straight and narrow. Which one is that? Let's take a look. Narrow. Is that heist? Yeah, it's heist. Okay, so you're no getting rid of heist forever, which is fair enough because like heist is like almost net positive to see in maps. 2 Atlas, because like you never like. You can just sell them. 2 Atlas memory clusters, traumatic experience, incarnation of this is the memory thread stuff. Incarnation of neglect, incarnation of fear. The memory strands equipment is 50% chance to be lucky. That's actually pretty good. So like you get the higher roll or whatever. I see. Settlers added core game after almost a year of building. Oh, you silly goobers. Literally in-game real time. That's so mean. That's funny. Jonah is finally satisfied with the upgrades made to King's March, and now services can be made to their full effect. core game, but there were no more town buildings, so no upgrading. Gold drops from so this is going to be interesting to read in detail. Pay for workers' wages. Well, so do you still have to hire workers, though, is the question. I imagine so. Alright, so worker wages, passive skill tree, black market. Currency change will also be returning, thank goodness, but only in Act 6. So you get King's March in end game, so Curry Chores. In maps you'll find different ore veins, which color mine for you. Ores, crops. Brewing Calgary imports. Shipping items reports to perceived tattoos. Calgary imports to get the rune graphs. Graft. Which is the tattoos but for masteries. And replace the rune smithing service. Isla Recombinator. So there's two different types of Recombinator options. You can either choose modifiers, but the previous version. So this is the less predictable method. Okay, that doesn't mean anything. Galgarian Scarab of Abundance, additional ore deposit. Ooh, that's spicy. Guard of Riches, be at least magic. This could be really good. Zero Refinement, ore deposits grant smelted bars instead of marketing ore. Ooh. Ooh, that's really good too. That's probably going to be pretty rare. Ore clusters, prospector luck, 20% chance. You contain ore deposits. 2 ore deposits, chance. Rare varieties. I don't probably want that because I keep wrecking on Crimson Iron every time I do in current game. Lost shipments. Ooh, that's fun. Crimson Infusion. Oh yeah, these are the 2 additional corrupted growths. Does that mean more, Oh no, this just means that you specialize in one or the other. Okay, so reduce damage, penetrate amber. Channel for 30% longer so you get more Verusium that way. Oh, the penetrate amber takes reduced damage, so this is a buff. Okay. More Verusium, Orichalcum, more Orichalcum, but a longer Shrine buff, that's fun. Bismuth ore, additional mod. That actually could be really good for rare farming. Refiner's Bargain. Equipment items with rarity dropped by possessed monsters in your map have a 20% thaumaturgic dust. Sulfite. And your map is granted as a random ore instead of 25. And Life Force. Oh, that's really cool. So it's just one giant keystone, it's not like an option. But honestly, thaumaturgic dust from possessed monsters, that could be good for stuff. That's neat. Let's see. Atlas passive skills moved. Okay, shuffle the tree a little bit. 5 job rankings for King's March Orchard, previously 10. Fair enough. Adjusted banana to more closely match the size of the Calgarian version. Moved a lamppost in King's March. Okay. I'm going to write those down too. Banana and lamppost type. P face. Betrayal rework. Mastermind, separate from no longer resets Mortal Syndicate. That's super good. Medallion fragment. Chance to drop. So I assume this is just like a level 83 Katarina. Mastermind boss fight improved. Now it's the immunity phases and new rewards. Ooh, spicy. Cannot be accessed if you've not unlocked the end game, so no more low tier farming of Mastermind. The Veil modifiers. Unveil modifiers exclusive to these uniques. Oh yeah, we saw that, like Bitterbind getting specters and stuff. The arena can now drop all flame embers, map fragments. So that's all flames from Necropolis. All flames were fun, so I'm okay with that. Unusual properties, composition rewards. I hope there's some classic ones. Map device like scarabs. Yep. Katarina no longer drops rare veiled items with exclusive modifiers. Now exclusive unique items she can drop. She now instead drops rare double veiled items. Double veiled. I wonder where you get the flask enchants now, or if they're even in the game. Okay. So double veiled items for Katarina. The amount of safe house intelligence obtained from choices made after defeating the Mortal Syndicate members has been lowered. Time taken to reach a safe house overall longer than before. No. But they're probably more rewarding. Longer safe house hunt. Cryface. Once you get your hands on Safe House Leader, the only option is now to execute them. Well, no lost love there, let me tell you. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, I guess because you're not getting the Katarina intel. Veiled Orbs should be named Veiled Accelerator. The functionality is unchained. Reduce Veiled Chaos Orbs records a rare item with new random modifiers, including a random Veiled modifier. Yeah, so Safe House Leaders now have a chance to drop Veiled Chaos Orbs. Okay, so that's where they drop from. And Exalted Orbs drop from Katarina, I assume. Safe House Orbs have been completely rebalanced. Happy interrogating. And they don't tell you shit. Perfect. Betrayal Scarab renamed Betrayal Scarab of the Allflame. Use some monster packs substituted by Allflame Emperors in the area. That's spicy. All the crafting mitch recipes normally grant unveiling items are now unlocked through maps of the Atlas. Similar to normal crafting mitch modifiers, these modifiers will now be unlocked by interacting with other recipe objects found near bosses and map areas. So that's going to be a lot of mapping, but that's fine. There are 41 new recipe objects, which unlock veiled modifiers. Some veiled modifiers crafting recipes have been combined with pre-existing recipe objects that unlock normal crafting mitch modifiers. Sure. You are no longer required to seek with Jun to unveil your items. You now right-click, or you circle B on the controller, unveil them. Okay. Removing all rivalries and more syndicate line is no longer an option when deciding what to do with defeated simulators. There is now an option to remove all rivalries in the current division. Interesting. Yeah, remove all rivalries was bad overall because he got rid of stuff. Remove all rivalries in the current division. That's actually potentially good. Because what that means is you draw out the syndicates from elsewhere. That could be okay. I like it. Bargaining with immortal syndicate members now gives multiple scares and veiled items, but fewer currency items. Sad. But okay. But bounce intensity stacks are now lost every 0.5 seconds while moving, and previously every 0.25 seconds. Okay, so intensity's back. Arcane Surge now provides 20% increased cast speed, previously 10, so self-cast is getting a little bit of buff. Alright, here's the big one, the skill gem changes. I'm not going to see what Lightning Strike does yet. Animate Guardians now retain no items when they die, however if your Animate Guardian dies, you cannot summon an Animate Guardian again in that area, unless that area is a hideout. Ooh. That's spicy, that's a huge change. I know they said they retain their items, but cannot summon again in that area. I mean, that's still better than if they die, so that's actually really good. That's super good, Animate Guardian hype. Age of Condemnation... Longer cast time. Was Bane even any good? More mana cost. Does more damage. Okay. Blade Blast of Unloading. More damage. Are spells getting buff? Blade Blast of Dagger. If 2 daggers are equipped, each contributes 6 much, previously 50, so double dual wielding with dagger detonation's good. Blade Flurry of Incision. Buffed. Really buff effectiveness to base damage. Well, not that much more. So buff, buff, buff. So Blade Flurry of Incision's buff. Blade Trap of Great Swords. Buff. And shorter cooldown. Blade Trap of Laceration. Can now be used with one-handed axes. Ooh, fun. So not just swords. No longer has bleeding. It now has bleeding for seal deals damage faster. Ooh, fun. That could actually be really good for that makes sense for Blade Trap, honestly. Because Blade Trap, you want to you summon a lot of them anyways. Way more effectiveness, a lot more effectiveness. Blade Flurry, so a channeling skill, which is always bad. More damage, okay. And more damage for each stage. More damage at max stages rather than... Okay, so not a... Quality's different, but still probably good. Actually, no, I think quality's nerfed, but that's fine. Blade Vortex of the Scythe. Longer cast time, but you couldn't do it with Traps and Mines anyways, if I recall. More mana cost, so this is going to be one that has 50% increased effectiveness such damage. Okay, sure. Longer duration. Huge more flat damage buff. Holy shit, Blade Vortex's Scythe got a huge buff. So yeah, they're trying to buff self-cast. Body swap of sacrifice got nerfed of all things. No, it got buffed slightly. Okay. Light does 50% more damage, it looks like, at high level. Life atrophy, similar deal. Blight contagion, a little bit less damage, but still. You now have up to 6 layers of damage with debuff. Bone Shatter of Carnage. Area effect per stun duration, so you have to stun duration with it. Previously just 15%, but more AoE. Quality now provides more damage against stun enemies. Is that a buff? I don't know. Burning Arrow Vigor. Attack slightly faster. Cheaper mana. More damage. Cool. A lot more damage. You could life stack that pretty well. Hearing Golem Scavenging. More damage on the Golem by quarter amount. That's neat. But less regen on minions with quality. Crackling Lance of Branching. Buff. Crackling Lance of Disintegration. It's less of a buff, but still a buff. Cold Snap. Slight buff. Unchanged at level 1. Buff it. Okay, buff at high end. And more dot. Contagion. What about Contagion? Slightly more damage, not much. Wait, no, less damage, I think. Wait, less damage at low level, more damage at high level. Interesting. Contagion Subsiding. Similar deal. Contagion of Transference, similar deal. Cyclone. Tell me about you, Cyclone. Does slightly more damage, and you move faster at higher levels. That's good. So high level Cyclone could matter. And area effect for 1 point. Oh, strike range increases AoE. Oh, Cyclone AoE back? Yo. Quality now provides. Okay, I think Cyclone's gonna be fun. Cyclone of Tumult. I forget. I don't even know what this one does. Does anybody remember what Cyclone of Tumult is? Okay, so it does more damage. Cheaper mana cost. Okay, so it gives stages, I guess. And more attacks, it attacks faster. And AoE. And you gain stages faster and lose them faster. Interesting. That could be fun. Death Aura. Basically 25% more damage. Nice. Chain Reaction Detonate Dead. I think got nerfed. It did. Wow. Detonate Dead, die. I don't know if it needed it anymore, but okay, sure. Was a speedrun skill, I guess. Discharge of Misery. More damage, more damage. More damage. Yeah, so it's just huge damage amount. Okay, cool. Divine Ire. Slightly more added damage effectiveness. I mean, you can totem this after all. And okay, so slightly more damage. Divine Ire of Disintegration really got buffed. Yeah, okay. But, oh, this is the one that's self-cast, right? Or like single cast. Slower cast time. More mana cost. Oh, I know why they're increasing the mana cost, because that makes traps harder to work with them. But self-cast easier. Okay. That works. Rip trap builds, I guess, some more, but that's okay. Holy Lightning, I forget what this did anyway. Slightly more damage. Yeah. Okay, Essence Drain. Does ED actually getting some love? Yeah, more damage at endgame. Nice. And more damage at... Yeah, so more damage at endgame. Essence Drain of Desperation. Similar spiel, it looks like. Wickedness. More effectiveness added damage. And shorter base duration. Regenerate. More debuff damages life. Okay. Interesting. Sanguinate. And the Chaos dots are basically getting some good love. Exsanguinate just does more damage. Exsanguinate trap back? That'd be pretty fun. Transmission. More damage. I have Winter of Finality. Yeah, it's longer cast time, more mana. Similar trap situation, but because it has higher cast time, the trap trade-off is still there. More Shard Spiral. Ooh, I have Winter could be fun. This is the one that's like close to the Frozen Orb from Diablo 2, right? Well, now provides continues to gain damage. Okay. I have Winter of Transience. 20% more damage. It looks like quicker cast time. Cheaper mana cost. Ooh, fun. Fire Trap. Got nerfed. Rip Fire Trap, I guess. Did it really need that nerf? Who knows? Was anybody using Fire Trap still? I guess they were. I bet Ice Trap is in trouble too. If that's the case. I hope not. Flame Blast of Celery. Sorry, Celerity, I know. So... Self-cast buffs? Smiley face. Flame Blast of Celerity... Flame Dash or Return. I don't even know what this does. Oh, slower cast time, more mana, larger AoE, more spell damage. Okay, that's cool. Oh, fire drop space damages. Okay, the dot got nerfed. Okay, yeah, that's fine. The dot... Was the dot even like... I guess people were running dot fire trap. Oh, that's to nerf RF. Isn't it? Fire trap, dot, nerf, RF, struggled, mark. Okay. Flame Dash or Return, way more damage. Oh yeah, this is the one that just has more damage. Okay, cool. Flame Surge of Combusting. A lot of damage on this one. Firestorm of Meteors. Yeah, I know, Pox. That was like the go-to for RF. Back to Scorching Ray, I guess. If that. Firestorm of Meteors. Oh, this is the big one. Pelting looks like it didn't get changed. But the Meteor one did. Okay, Frostblades, 3% less damage with hits and elements. Wait, did Frostblades get nerfed just now? Just a lot? That's sad. I bet Lightning Strike's getting nerfed even worse. Womp womp. Frostblades, womp womp, sad face. Forbidden Right, oh, Catabasis, wow. That's like half damage there. Wow. I guess they realized Catabasis was actually good. Soul Sacrifice. Does more damage to you. Oh no, deals more damage, take more damage. Sure, that's fine. Frost Bomb of Forthcoming. I forget what this one was, but it does more damage. It's a similar spiel. Self-cast buff, more expensive mana, better damage, slower cast. That's the average. Okay. Galvanic Field, similar deal, more damage. Yep, okay. And faster beams. Glacial Cascade of the Fisher. I forget what this one was. More crit though. And more damage. Hex Blast of Havoc. Havoc. Yo, Havoc? Speedrunner? Faster cast. No, smaller radius. And more damage. Holy Flame Totem. Oh, Holy Flame Totem has reach. That's fun. Holy Flame Totem reach. Smiley face. Ire, same deal. More speed. I forget what this one even was. And more Consecrated Ground. Ice Crash of Cadence. Attacks just as fast now. Cheaper mana cost. That's about it. Ice Nova of Deep Freeze. I bet I'm gonna hold my breath for the one below it. So wider AoE for Deep Freeze. Does way more freeze. Just freezes and freezes and freezes. Alright, Ice Nova. Oh, half the Frostbolt projectiles. But less AoE penalty. But lower base AoE in general. Womp 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 womp. Oh, let me prep the sound effect. Very required for most of that. Ice Nova Frostbolt nerf. No surprise face. Incinerate of Expanse. Quicker cast. Cheaper mana. Whoa, way cheaper. No, not cheaper. Okay, no, I misread that. Alright. Incinerate of Venting. Let's see. Slightly more damage. Some more stages. Decent damage. Yeah, that should be pretty good. Infernal Cry. Costs more mana, because Warcry is too good, yo. Lightning Conduit of the Heavens. Shock's better. Oh, that's fun. Lightning Strike. Okay, we'll see what the Val skill looks like, but yeah, okay, Lightning Strike Proj nerf. 50% less damage. And you know what? Honestly, no surprise there. Lightning Strike Proj have to no one's surprise. Arcing, similar deal, sure. Lightning Tendrils. Stronger pulse every 5 pulse, so pulse is more. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Lightning Tendrils of Escalation. Similar deal as the other stuff. More damage, more mana, slower cast. More damage. Molten Strike. Play more damage. Molten Strike of the Zenith. Got a 25% buff. Yeah. I'll deal with that divine trade later. But I'll do it now. Sure. Alright. What did he want? A 2-stone ring? Or div? Video. Please load in. I'm busy reading patch notes. I gotta do D&D next time. Yo. Do. Okay. Alright. Let's read patch notes some more. Grades are important. That was a div, so I'm gonna do it. Alright. Lightning tendrils of escalation. Molten Strike says honestly that's not a huge nerf. This still works, even if it's like alas. Perforative bloodshed. Yeah, so they saw 1 mana left playing this too much, I guess. Perforative bloodshed is better. Cool. Okay. I guess. More damage with bleeding. Yeah, it's basically like the quality is added in, baked in, and it does more damage with bleeding. Cool. Perforate of duality. Way more spikes. Okay, so yeah, same deal. Quality baked in and just does better damage. Power Siphon. Are they going to do the triple tap? Yeah, less damage by 50%. But attacks faster. Oh yeah, they hate the mine version of this. Sure, fair enough. Okay, so they're making Power Siphon better for self-cast. I wonder if they're going to learn our Focus Mine, because you really don't need to. It really does. It's not... Like, it only works with Power Siphon. Like, you literally could have broken the interaction. They both would have been fine. No, whatever. Power Siphon of the Archmage. Similar deal. Purifying Flame of Revelation. I don't even know what this was, but it got nerfed. Looked like... No, it does more damage. Okay, whatever. Raise Spectre Transients. Cast fast. Oh, this is the temporary minion Spectres. Cheaper. And crit more. Cool. Reap. More damage. Cool. That's all. Righteous Fire of Arcane Devotion. Yep. Oh, grants more cast speed. So just cast faster. That's fun. Oh, Righteous Fire didn't get nerfed at all. I guess it... Okay, yeah. Oh, are they making Scorching Ray better for Righteous Fire now? Scorching Ray, 8% damage. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Scorching Ray, Righteous Fire meta now? Maybe? Scorching Ray of Immolation, way more damage, cool. Scourge Arrow. Scourge Arrow Menace is untouched. If Locust Mines survive, that's the way to go. Oh, they're low. They're higher. They're weaker at low level though. But you could higher level them to make them do less. Okay, yeah. Buffed overall. Interesting. So better at channeling, in other words. Shield Crush of the Chieftain. I don't even remember what this one was, but if attacks faster, costs less, does more damage. Okay. Siphoning Trap. More damage. Nobody's going to use it anyways, because it's Siphoning Trap. Though, if it leeches a percentage of its cold damage, it actually might work. Whatever. That's nice. Does less damage at low level too, so nobody's using that. Soul Rend, a lot more damage. Bring back the cats. Soul Rend Spiral, more damage. Spell Slinger. Yo, Spell Splinger's back. Base mana reservation of 20% at all gym levels, previously 30%. Okay, yeah. That's actually really good. Splitting Steels, projectiles can no longer return. Okay, Rip Nemesis. Splitting Steel's the low... Is that the high level one? Interesting. But it does more damage, but no longer returns. Same with Splitting Steel of Ammunition. Storm Burst. Quicker cast time. It's better. Okay, yeah. Chaos Golem. Oh, Chaos Golem grants Chaos Damage Resistance. Wait, what is that different from Chaos Resistance? So Chaos Golem actually just And dot multi. Oh, Chaos Golem is actually more thematic. Maelstrom, more Wither stacks. Ineffective Wither, Flame Golem, better damage. Flame Golem Meteor, more damage. Ice Golem, better crit and accuracy. Oh, just flat accuracy. Oh, that's actually really fucking good. Golem hype. Even though golems are unwieldy for dodging bosses and stuff, good for mapping, I guess. And oh, mana regen for lightning golem. That's good. Raging Spirit of Enormity. So SRS is untouched. That's good. Summon Reapers of Eviscerating. Aggravate is quality. That's actually good. Reaper of Revenants. 3 to 4 at 1 to 20. So you get to have 4 Summon Reapers at level 20, I guess. Or maybe level 10 or something. Okay, that's cool. Skeleton of Mages, 20% chance. Okay, so they get more elemental ailments now. Stone Golem, 20% increased defenses. Also grant additional life regen. That's actually really fucking good. That might be good for, yo, this might be good for mages, for self-cast. Go Golem. Yeah, have a Golem buddy. Elemental is secretly low-key getting buffed. Golemancer is back, yo. Golemancer, question mark, heart. What else got buffed? Did I missed something there? No. Yeah, something got enough. Oh, Power Siphon, yeah. Power Siphon, more self-cast cry. Void Sphere, more AoE, quicker pulses. Vortex, more damage. Vortex of Projection, more damage. Warp, more damage. And looks like it builds up faster, I think. Less stages, but longer duration. Oh, that's cool. So it's like, yeah. And more projectile frequency. Build stage is about the same, it looks like. And Wintertide Brand, more damage. Yay. Val skill changes. Here's the big one, Val Lightning Strike. Yep. Lightning Strike is definitely less damage. Val Blight. Buff, Val Cold Snap. Actually getting more damage at higher levels, less damage at low levels. Slightly less flat damage. Oh, way less. Yeah, slightly less. Actually more flat damage at higher levels. So you don't want to level with it, essentially. But it does endgame damage. That's cool. Well, Cyclone... Just more AoE. Some more AoE for Cyclone, yo. And Val LS, no surprise. To the surprise of no one, deals... looks like a little bit more than half damage than it had before. Val Reap got buffed. Actually, that's okay. How about support gems? Alright. And wait, Locust Mines is down there, but we'll see. Archmage only got moderately unnerfed. 10 to 16 as opposed to 10 to 19. Womp womp. Arcane Surge got buffed. And just better mana regen overall. Well, less mana regen. So you gotta worry about mana more, but you gotta worry about cast speed less. Awaken Spell Echo. Cheaper cost. And does... oh, Awaken Spell Echo is good. Awakened Unleash. So I bet Spell Echo and Unleash are about the same. Cheaper cost. And yeah, okay, Unleash and Spell Echo might be better now. Decay does more damage. Greater Spell Echo, similar deal. It still does less damage, but yeah, cheaper. Infused Channeling. You take way less damage. That's actually really good. Intensify. The problem with infused channeling is that, like, you only take less damage if it's the element you cast, so it's not really that important. Intensify, though I guess Divine Ire works with that okay, because you're taking damage from everything but cold. Intensifies better, cheaper and better. Pinpoint, cheaper and better. Returning projectiles is nerfed. To no one's surprise. Sacrifice. Yo, Locust Mine's unchanged. Power Siphon Locust Mine's still okay. It's nerfed in damage, but it's like... They actually realized Locust Mine sucks. So, they didn't nerf it. But the Locust Mine unchanged smiley face. Arrow smiley face, so... Yeah. Oh, no, we gotta do the cat face. Okay. Oh yeah, Archmage. Archmage only slightly nerfed. Self-cast supports cheaper mana cost and more damage. Returning Prodigy only didn't get nerfed that much though. Like, I don't know. It's fine. Not much. Sacrifice. Number 7 current life previously. So more buff. Spell Echo, cheaper. Yep. Unleash, similar deal. Yeah. Alright. So honestly support gems are okay. So Locust Mine is unchanged. So Power Siphon Locust Mine is still a build. It just does less damage now. Which is fine, because it wasn't doing that much damage. It wasn't that bad anyways. Like, yeah, it lost a huge amount of damage. Even if it attacks faster. But, like... It's still playable. It's just... I don't know if I'd still play it. But... That's a... But I played enough Locust Mine. Power Siphon Locust Mine. Alright, so Ascendancies, Berserker. Defy Pain reworked. Gain Defiance. For 10 seconds, also cause... Once, okay. 3% of missing unreserved life before being hit. Cause you lose Defiance when you reach 10 to Defiance. Ooh. So that's Defiance of Destiny. Oh, Berserker's spicy now. I mean, you could do Defy Pain anyways, but that's actually really spicy. It's like a slightly worse Defiance of Destiny, I think. Blitz, that's gonna be spicy. Blitz, Noonable, Gore Dancer, 30% of life release is instant, requires Aspect of Carnage. Oh, I liked Blitz, but that's okay. Guess you could do Defy Pain instead. Well, Savary, Noble, Ancestral Fury, Strike Skills also target the previous location they were used. Ooh! That could be fun. That's like Lightning Strike chicanery there. Yo, Lightning Strike Champion, or Strike-based Champion, which I guess would be Lightning Strike, so rip. Shame, but... Fortitude Ascendancy... Does he have max fortification? You realize fortification. Okay, so Champion's back, Fortitude's back. Nice. Unstoppable Hero. Now grants more armor evasion and fortification above 20. And attack speed. Okay, so Champion's back. Alright. Berserker is spicy. Champion is back. Worthy foe no longer requires con, and how has he taunt on hit? Conqueror. Worthy causes. Having placed a banner does not prevent you from gaining bout. Okay, so it's banner sustain. Okay. So I have these split up. Okay. Guardian. Harmony of Purpose, Reign of Shrine Buzz. What was Harmony of Purpose originally? Let me open up POB here. I can find that out. Path of Building. Harmony of Purpose is Guardian. Oh, that's the link target one. Yeah, okay, this is Guardian, so we're fine. The Reign of Shrine buff is spicy. 50% increased preservation efficiency. Guardian is spicy. Hierophant, Sanctuary of Thought. Wow. Regenerate 1% of mana per second, but... Okay, so Hierophant's no longer... Hierophant mana node got nerf. Sad face. Saboteur, Shrapnel Ascendancy. Projectiles, 50% chance to return to you in random direct. So it's Nemesis. It's 50%, half a Nemesis. An Explosive Expert, New Noble, Calculated Risk, cause your serial strike chance to be lucky, damage hits to be unlucky. Whereas Bomb Specialist or Shrapnel Specialist. Ooh. Oh, that's spicy. Crit Saboteur with... Okay. Saboteur gets the spicy. Saboteur is spicy. Half a Nemesis. And lucky crit. And you can crit cap pretty easily. Yo, Power Siphon Saboteur? That might be okay. Guardian is spicy. Random shrine thingy. Champion is back. Fortify, good again. Berserker is spicy. Pseudo Defiance of Destiny. Trickster, Polymath, got nerfed. Escape Artist. Got nerfed. That's all. Okay, so Trickster's still fine. Trickster nerfed, but still fine. Like, honestly, I don't even use Polymath that much, and Escape Artist is still going to be goated. Elementalist, so Trickster's still going to be in the game. Assassin got no love. Elementalist, Shaper of Storm. Shocks always increase damage taken by at least 25, previously 15. Okay. Actually, that's better. Storm's better. Shaper of Winter. Always reduce. Enemies chill hits less than their damage dealt by half of chill effect. Oh, that's a cool defensive one. Shaper of Flames. Enemies ignite by you convert 50%, 40% of physical damage to 5. Oh, Elementalist got tanky? Elementalist got tanky. Smile in the face. Leech Primordial. +2 Golemancer hype, by the way. Golemancer hype. And some golems are immune to elemental damage. Oh no, but they're not immune to elemental damage anymore. Okay, but still, that's still gonna be fucking good. Elemancer. Ascendancy passive replaces the Bringer of Ruin. Heralds. Okay, Heralds got buffed. No longer requires... Okay. I don't care about Heralds, but that's fine. Actually, if you do Heralds and you get some of the Shaper stuff, you actually get a decent setup here. Okay, that might be good. Passive tree, skill changes. Oh, the inverted is weak nerfed. Makes sense. Invert Ellie Mastery got nerfed, but I'll still take it. Sad face. Crying face. Leech Mastery, instant leech is 5%. That makes sense. Oh, Link. Okay. Elemental replace Enemies and your link beans are unable to play elemental ailments, so you gotta actually bother like sad. That's probably a group play nerf. That is a group play nerf, because he can be immune to elemental ailments, so... Womp womp. Alright, so... Leech, nerfed, but still take it. Crying Face. Link, passive, mastery, nerf. For group play shenanigans. Your additional passive skill tree changes related to both casters and cold damage are still finalizing. Check back soon. Okay. So they're still working on that. Wand, passive mastery, unnerve. New mastery, mana reservation, skill support by skills. Oh. Spell Slayer buff. Smiley face. More caster and cold damage. Nonsense soon. TM. Unique item changes. Balance of Terror. Unaffected by... Correctly. Okay, so it just says correctly instead of immunity. Unaffected. Bitterbind point. Buffed, I guess. No longer spell damage. Gain cool back. Now we've rarely found 4 available modifiers. That's cool. Devouring item. No longer +1 socket gems. That's okay. People use it for the Eldritch Battery anyways. So legacy. Emerald Edge nerfed to no one's surprise, I guess. Can be made worse using Divine Orb. 10 to 15, previously 20. Alright. Ephemeral Edge nerfed to no one's surprise. So Lightning Strike Trickster is no longer in the game. Yep, okay. Mercenaries Lot, no longer part of the core drop pool. Oh, but it's for mercenaries. 8% damage from taking from Mark Slaughter life before you. Oh, that's cool. That's actually really cool. Selling mercenaries Lot spicy. Deer mode got buffed. Cool. The deer mode got buffed. Unbreakable actually worth running? Nah. Queen's Hunger, that's the Katarina one. Offering skills are now triggered in set order rather than random. I didn't know that was even a thing. No more cast speed though. Oh, Ralcash got nerfed. Max in charges, max frenzy. And also have 50% move speed, immune to corrupt blood. Existing version is now unaffected. Okay. Well, you know what? That's still okay. So that's Ralcash nerfed, but actually kind of okay. Ralcash nerfed, but actually kinda okay. Because the move speed was such a huge downside of it, and immunity to corrupting blood's nice. Question mark. Item changes. Plenty got buffed. Divination touch, distinction from other monsters. Okay. Titanic Sphere of Legend now is a limit of 1, previously 2, the only one would have been applied. Oh, so that actually never worked. There are additional changes to Scarab Shield finishing. Drop chance of orbs of yogurt have been lowered. It's been distributed to the other currency items that can drop. Okay, that's cool. So more other stuff drops of orbs of yogurt are lowered because you can respec anyways. But doesn't matter because the Searing Exarch Shrine is a thing. Weapons and armor with multiple attribute requirements. Lower chance to roll attributes. Modifiers. Interesting. I don't know why that matters, but sure. Oh, that's worse for stacking Trickster. I just realized. You can just force that with essences anyways, so it doesn't matter. No more spite, I guess, but that's a Trickster nerf, I think. Sneaky stat stacking nerf. Life and mana leech modifiers now roll as suffixes instead of... Ooh! 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 That's the PoE2 change. Life and mana leech on here. Good. Yeah. Scepter saves, attack modifiers left often, war saves, and attack daggers are unaffected by this change. Okay. Staves now higher tier of increased mana regen, so staves actually might matter a little bit. Crafting bench. Modifiers. Okay. Resistance modifiers can no longer be crafted, rolled on weapons. That's actually probably good. No res on weapons. Yay. For the most part. Synthesize implicit resistance modifier. Okay, yeah, same thing. This taken result has higher, no longer has higher than expected values. Yeah, that makes sense. Veiled and crafting bench modifier. So that was just a bug or something. No, it wasn't because Redeemer did cold anyways. Veiled and crafting bench modifiers that grant area effect and area damage, power speed, melee damage. Now rolling gloves instead of amulets. Existing items are unaffected. Huh. So amulet legacy crafts can no longer roll on gloves, and the plus level can no longer roll on gloves. So that's a nerf to stuff somewhere out there. Probably the nerf to like spellcasting and stuff. Oh well. All right, legacy glove. Legacy or plus level of AoE Raj. Oh wait, Proj Pierce is nerfed is actually really bad. That's bad for like because that's how you got Pierce on a lot of stuff, and so that's kind of a big nerf for Lightning Strike. Oh well. Proj Pierce melee strike range R legacy face. Hybrid, LE damage and veiled can now roll on ambulance, in addition to ring, shield, and quiver. Okay, I forget about that one. Oh yeah, I know what that is. The plus. Okay, that's actually kind of neat. Avian Pursuit temporary disabled. Which one's Avian Pursuit? Exile Wiki. Avian Pursuit. Oh, the Einhar's Memory of Harvest Beast. Yeah, that checks out. Bargain. Lost Breachstone. Mayor. Light of Meaning. Oh, that's cool. Mayor was Perandus Manor, I think. Monochrome. Aldo's Puzzle Box. Somebody's Wisdom. Dual Ross to Implicit. Interesting. Squandered Prosperity. Corrupted Light of Meaning. Okay. Underground Forest. Re-enabled 10 Eldritch Ichors. I forget what those even were. Ruthless. I'm just going to skip Ruthless because I don't care. Monster Balance says Mirrored monsters looking ritual altars can no longer drop. Oh no! I mean, that's kind of sad, but whatever. Because Mirrored ritual monsters don't drop omens. Cryface. But I guess the Wildwood ones will. So I'm hoping that maybe they won't. Wildwood ones will, question mark? Directly. And I mean, you can still get omens from ritual altars anyways. Settlers map device option, more deposits. There are only 3 Chaos Orbs too, that's pretty good. Abyss costs more, Ambush costs less, Anarchy costs way more. But gives 7 Rogue Exiles. Oh, that's gonna be spicy for farmers. Yawn costs less. Like, yeah, I don't care about these, but whatever, I'll read through them. Breach costs a little bit less. Delirium costs less. Essence costs less? But less than Prison Monsters. Fair enough. Keeper Expedition. Harbinger costs less and more Harbingers. Ooh, fun. I love Harbinger. Ice costs more, but more Smuggler. Okay, interesting. So Chaos Orbs might be a bigger sink in map device now. Quest reward changes, focus channeling, Witch and Shadow over Fixture of Fate, which is the yeah, that's the Siosa quest. User interface. Map device has a small 4x5 rucksack. Yep. We know about that. Control click. On the craft image, apply the craft without having to click craft button. That's actually really cool. Quick use currency, buttons to strongbox. Yep, we saw that. Vendor interfaces, number search checks, attempting builder, upgrade a Blight Tower. Now pauses the game when using controller. While pause, you're able to navigate between Blight Towers to perform any builder upgrade actions. Oh, that's actually really cool. I wish that was not just the controller, but whatever. That's neat for controller for Blight. That's such a pain in the ass on controller, I'm sure. When multiple league actions bound to the same input, now each action order until one succeeds rather than telling the first action bound to the input. Oh, that's cool. So like if you have a ritual in Expedition, it'll open up ritual for once. Enemy neural targeting, while using controller, items are picked up while enemies are present and targeted. Updated. Various NPCs dialogue. Use the same layouts more recently. Oh, that's cool. So NPCs are going to have visuals now. No voice acting for the Shadow or Marauder yet, though. Right off like guild members. 250 character text box. Text size of quest tracker HUD. That's fine, I guess. It's on the hunt for Path of Exile. Dodge roll effects are instead quick summer flash effects. Witch Hunter, Ghoul Hunter, crossover instead back attachments. 1 second cooldown. Aww, my ass are right. My spam. Existing Executioner Guillotine Hunger effect. Yep. Honor Guard, Spear can apply to these staves. And Shield. Okay. Bug fixes. Trial Master wasn't doing Silt Flask. Interesting. Absolution minions. Hey, is Fallen? I guess Fallen's going core with Starfall Creator. It's gonna be rarer though. Lionized Fall was not gaining rage. Chain return per child could desync. Rolled. Oh, more than skill ascendancy was causing Lucky Blocks to roll additional time. Damn. So Gladiator was really broken. Fix a bug. Corpse Walker Neat Boots. Glitch Cascade would not react to changes area effect after starting the skill. Okay. Are there any fun bug fixes? Discharge, Twist of Fate. Tier 17 Corrupted didn't work with it. Or Twist of Fate. Divine Blessing. Cancel, whatever. It's figured, skill specific. Blight maps for converting Blight Ravage maps. Blood bug, okay. We're not displaying the belt flask on you, okay. Black Flame, unique ring was visual effect. Relevant pack could be scaled. This have valid. Okay, so relevant pack probably got a nerf from a bug fix. Accessible if you migrated. That's pretty good. Ritual referral costs reduced too much. Astronomical number. That's funny. Identified instead of unidentified corrupted uniques. Monsters will only receive the correct amount of damage reduction. I wonder. That's ominous. Too close to waypoints for certain NPCs and areas. I noticed that one. Putrid, drop Divination card, Ruthless. Throw Giantless Runner. Sometimes open at Isla. I noticed that a little bit. Demigod's Beacon was missing its visual effect. Whatever. Ghoul wonky interaction. Ghoul character effects on skulls. Angelic Shield. Redemption and Paladin wonky effect. Nethermancer visually popped up when equipped to the Shadow, Rare Client Clash. Just crashes. Cool! We read through the patch notes! Yay! Overall, so... The takeaway. Self-cast buffs. Fire Dot, RF getting nerfed again, but hopefully Scorching Ray makes up for it. Frostblades got nerfed for some reason. Holy Flame Totem got buffed. Ice Nova Frostbolts got nerfed unexpectedly. Same with Lightning Strike. Same with Power Siphon. Though it's still actually decent for self-cast. You could probably power siphon self-cast decently. Golemancer might be really spicy, and Locust Mine is unchanged, which I care about because I like doing Locust Mine builds that aren't power siphon for once. Archmage is nerfed not that much, but Ice and Frostbolt was the only Archmage build anyways. Well, not really, but... So Self-Cast might be back, returning Proj, nerfed only a little bit. The Ascendancy changes are spicy. Rip Assassin not getting any love though, but Saboteur, yeah. Assassin has its place in like being a glass cannon still. Some surprising mastery changes, yeah. Not too bad on the balance pass. I'm excited. It'll be a good time. Alright, I'm gonna close this window. Overall, a not destructive... I'm just gonna close this, I'm not gonna save it. Not an entirely destructive balance pass this time.